Hey guys, Jordan here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video for how to play Boomkin in PvP. A lot of people have been asking me to do this video, so I thought I would upload it today. Hope you guys enjoy it. So first off, pretty much no matter what you're doing, you want to keep your dots on everything. You want to keep Moonfire and Sunfire on every target. Like, you'll just sit here and you'll just spread your dots around. That's all you'll do. And I mean, in RBGs, you'll sit here and dot everything up, and you'll be done. The more dots you have on people, the more Star Surge procs you get, which does a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage. And then in RBGs, you can't forget to Cyclone targets. I mean, but you'll just Cyclone random stuff like healers. Pretty much as a Boomy, your damage is good, but the main thing you want to do is just keep your dots on everyone, keep overall pressure up, Cyclone healers, and maybe like a lock if they're doing crazy damage, just free casting. And then you want to also, another key part is you want to use your Beam Vortex. So the Beam Vortex is how it's going to work in RPGs. Is either you'll have to talk with your DK, but a lot of times what I like to do is I'll put the beam down in the vortex, and then the DK will go in there, select somebody in the vortex, and he'll mass grip everyone in there. They have a talent where they can mass grip pretty much everyone in a circle, and they'll just grip everyone into that beam, and everyone will get silenced in that beam. And then pretty much your whole team just pops all kinds of cooldowns. You'll pop Starfall. You'll just keep dotting everything. A lot of people ask me like what spells I cast, and a lot of times I don't cast a lot of spells. Like, I'll cast Star Surge if I'm not getting any procs for it. But really, if I have my dots on everything, there's nothing to Cyclone. I mean, I might throw out a Wrath and then fall directly by a Star Surge proc. It does quite a bit of damage. And then, I mean, every once in a while, if I have like all my cooldowns popped, I'll cast like a Starfire or a Moonfire. It really depends on the situation, but most of the time, I just dot. I sit here and just keep dotting everything, and that's pretty much all I do. My cooldown, I have one button for all my cooldowns, and I also have a little burst over here, because the way they changed Nature's Vigil is it's a 1.5-minute cooldown now instead of a 3-minute cooldown, but it also does less healing and damage, but it's a really good cooldown. I kind of like it that way because I have a shorter burst every 1.5 minutes instead of just one burst every 3 minutes. And then I got my trinket over here, which is a minute cooldown. And also, like, the reason you might wonder why I have like 3 of them right here is just because like I like to be able to see when the cooldowns are without like really have to look real hard. So, but I'll show you my macro. Okay, so my macro for my burst metro is you'll have to put the number show tooltip that shows like when it's off cooldown and whatnot, and then it'll be cast incarnation, which I'll show you what incarnation is. That's it. Incarnation grants a superior shape-shifting form appropriate to your specialization for 30 seconds. You may freely shapeshift in and out of this form for duration of incarnation. So for balance, improves Boomkin form that gains 25% arcane and nature damage while Eclipse is active. So that helps your damage a lot. You'll go to Eclipse right here, and pretty much everything while Eclipse does more damage. And I also have my Nature's Vigil in there, which is a 1.5-minute cooldown. So you can use Nature's Vigil twice for every. Like, you'll use your main cooldown, which is a 3-minute cooldown, and then after a 1.5 minutes you'll be able to use this, which includes your trinket. That's pretty much what I do. I'll use this, and then a 1.5 minutes later I'll use this, and then I'll use this again. And the only time I really use my trinket alone is if like there's only a couple of people there, and I don't want to use all my burst right there. So then in my macro I also have Nature's Vigil, which I said, and then I got my trinket, and then Celestial Alignment, which is Celestial Alignment right here grants you simultaneous damage benefit of both lunar and eclipse and solar eclipse. So you'll get the benefits from both phases, which is really awesome. Increasing damage done by your nature and arcane spells by 39%, and also that casting Moonfire also applies to the periodic damage effect of Sunfire to your target. So if you just put one dot while that's active, if you just put, like say you just put Moonfire on them, it'll also apply Sunfire. So pretty much, there's a little trick you can do, which I'll try to do for you. Okay, so you'll get your thing to like right where it's about to be on the lunar eclipse, and you'll hit Starfall. Starfall is a pretty good AoE target, and you'll just want to use that every time it's up. So that's in here hitting all these targets, and then you'll cast one spell. Say you cast a Star Search spell, and then your Starfall's up again. Use it again, and then you might want to put Silence down on the Mass Grip, you know, like I said before. And then when that Starfall's done, you're still dotting everything up. Might throw Cyclone out real quick, and then you go and you hit your big cooldown, which gives you the ability to Starfall again. You know, Star Search procs are coming everywhere because you have everything dotted. And you just keep dotting everything, keep getting Star Search procs, and then you might want to throw a Starfire out, and then followed by another Star Search proc, and just Starfire, Star Surge, you know, whatever. Just keep everything dotted. Pretty much all of the Boomy's damage comes from dots and Starfall. When I'm in an RPG, my top 3 damage is always dots and Starfall. That's what it should be. You shouldn't be sitting here casting Wrath after Wrath after Wrath, because they don't do any damage. Like 35k, 35k, 32k. See, like, look at like your dot, the 6k, 12k. You know, it depends on which phase you're on and how much damage it does. But I mean, you can sit here and spam your dots, and we can spam them on everyone. So then they're doing damage over there, and then they're doing damage over here. So it helps out your damage a lot if you just sit there and dye everything up instead of just casting like a particular spell. So that's pretty much what I do for damage. But there's a lot of utility you have to do as a Boomkin. Like, say these Boomkins also need to use shrooms a lot. It sits there and it slows all the targets down. So it slows them all by 50%, I believe. Yeah, slowing enemy targets by 50%, lasting 20 seconds. So I mean, that just slows down everyone, makes them move really sluggish, and like so the rogues and their DKs can't just be running all over the place. It really slows them down. And also, I got my trinket here. I have, this is more for arena than RPGs, but like I have my rejuvenation here. That's a heal over time, and then I have for party number 1 is for rejuvenation for party number 1 for 2s. So I can throw a heal on my 2s partner. I really don't run Boomkin in 2s very often or in 3s. I mostly go Resto for 2s and 3s. So the only time I go Boomkin is for RPGs. It's helpful that I have all the upgraded Resto gear, so when I go to arenas, I just put on my upgraded Malevolent gear, which is barely worse than the Tyrannical gear. See, item level 493, that's 491, so it's not a big difference, so it's pretty helpful that I have both sets. Also, a lot of people will say the Displacer Beast kind of got nerfed without being able to, like, you know, it pretty much gave you Shadow Meld. You would come in to be a Prowl, but it would pretty much break instantly, but it would still drop all the targets on you. But I actually think, I mean, it was nice to have that drop target, but now it increases your speed by 50% for 4 seconds. So in arenas, like, you'll use it, you'll teleport 20 yards, and you will fly somewhere. Like, if you start getting a target, it is easy to, like, jump behind some kind of cover and lost of sight the DPS, and you can just run all over the place. So it's really hard for people to keep up to you, and then you can just switch to deer form and travel form, and you got so much stuff to stay away from people. Hurricane, I don't hardly ever use. I never use it, like, hardly ever. The only time that I might throw out a Hurricane is like in a BG. If like earlier today I was doing a BG and there was literally 10 people sitting here trying to capture the flag. Like, it was so bad. Like, they weren't even fighting. There's literally 6 people sitting around in this flag just sitting here trying to capture it. So I just put a Hurricane on there just to interrupt them all. And then I went back to putting dot and everything, and pretty much killing them all. Here's Bark Scan, reduces your damage you take by 20%, and then I'm clipped into where it does 25% less critical strike damage, which is really nice because classes are so bursty now, you just really need that. I'll say another must major glyph is Glyph of the Moon Beast. You can cast Healing Touch, Rejuvenation, Rebirth, and Tranquility without canceling Moon Conform. If without that glyph, when you try to heal yourself, you'll go back just to working for him, and then you'll have to switch back, which can get really annoying. And another glyph that I didn't mention earlier is Solar Beam, radius beam of 100%, but I kind of heard they're nerfing beam, which is, in my opinion, retarded. I heal, so I mean in RPGs a lot, and I hate the beam. It's annoying, but without the beam, Boomkins aren't going to be as viable. They won't be as good in RPGs. People will start not using them as much. They'll be like, well, we'll just take someone who does a little bit more damage and forget the beam, because it will be small, which will still be nice to have, but I'm sure like a lot of teams would rather have an extra Warlock who just does so much more damage. And people will probably be running more Warlocks than Boomkins, because already there's so many RPG teams that just run 3-4 locks, and now they'll just take out the Boomkin and add another one, and it'll just be ridiculous. But I got Symbiosis, which it does something different for every class. Pretty much most of the time, if you're wondering who to use it on as Boomkin, is pretty much use it on a DK, which gives you AMS. Use it on a Paladin, which gives you stun. Shadow Priest, or any kind of Priest, gives you Mass Dispel, which is pretty useful in RPGs to help dispel your team more. And those are the three that I normally use. I think that's about really all that you can use. The rest of there's some you can use like Ice Block for mages, and that's what I always use. But and then we'll move along. We got Nature Swiftness, which a lot of people don't do this, but I've been doing this a lot lately in arenas, and it's a huge CC if you can get off. When, say, a druid goes cat form or travel form, or a shaman goes into their wolf form, you can hit Nature Swiftness and then Hibernate. That Hibernate, it's pretty much does an extra CC. It'll put them to sleep. You can only do it when they're in those forms though, but it's also really nice. And you can also use it for an instant Cyclone, instant Healing Touch. But most of the time I would advise to, unless you're in arenas for RPGs, I usually always use it for Cyclone. Another big cooldown you have is Tranquility. Pretty much, I use this a lot in RPGs. If all the healers are getting trained and we're just dropping, you'll get behind a rock and you'll just sit here and pop Tranquility, which will heal everyone for quite a bit, really. I mean, it does quite a bit of healing. I mean, it's not healing anybody because they're not my party, but it's really useful. Nature's Grasp, it just like if a DK's on you, you'll hit that and they'll get rooted back there, and you can just run away, and then get over here and then tell your team to kill that DK. A lot of things that aggravate me when RPGs is like when a DK is running through your healers, and people are saying just Cyclone them. I just don't agree with that in any way, because if I sit here and Cyclone him, he's gonna get Cycloned for like what, 6 seconds? Okay, in 6 seconds he's just gonna be back to attacking the healers. If he's way over there, his healers are gonna be way over there. Why don't we just sit there, all switch to him, he'll die, and then we don't have to worry about him anymore, instead of sitting there Cyclone him for 6 seconds and then just everyone forgets about him. It's just, I don't know, it gets on my nerves when we should just switch to him. That's all. The target caller has to pick up on like if people are overextended. So if any target callers watch that, you just need to watch out for people who are overextended to actually like switch to them, and just have everyone hard switch to them, and they'll die. I mean they'll either sit there and die, or he'll pop AMS and run back to his healers. I mean, and he'll get off our healers. So it's just better to switch to him than sit there and Cyclone him, where you can just start attacking him the moment he gets out of that Cyclone. Typhoon, which it's a 30-second cooldown. You sit there and you do it, and it pushes everyone back that was in that range. Actually, something I've been using quite a bit is Mass Entanglement. It's actually a lot better this time. It was a minute cooldown, which was a little bit too long. Now it's a 30-second cooldown. Reach your target in place for 20 seconds and spreads to additional enemies. It affects 5 total targets. But in arenas, it's really nice. Like I actually started using it as resto because like I'll root him with that, but a DK will just be all over me, or he'll be all over my DPS. Like I remember with the Shadow Priest a lot. The Shadow Priest will just keep getting interrupted by a warrior. Like nothing's more frustrating to my Shadow Priest when he has a warrior, so now pummeling and charging and stunning every one of his spells. He can't do any damage, so I'll sit here and then I'll use Massive Thingmate, root them. Shepherds can run away and cast a little bit and do some damage. Also, you want a Fairy Fire, pretty much rogues. That's just, I mean, if a rogue's there, Fairy Fire them. Might of Urza increases current and maximum health by 30% for 20 seconds. Big defensive cooldown, huge defensive cooldown. A lot of people say, well, right when they pop Might of Urza, you know they're done. It's pretty much the truth, but I mean, it'll help you last longer. I mean, in RPGs, you pop that and you get back to your healers. But in arenas, if you have no healer, double DPS, and you hit that, you're pretty much done. But it helps you last longer for your other DPS, or you know, it's a big heal. It's a big defensive cooldown, but it's kind of like a last ditch kind of defensive ability. Stampeding Roar, which is really important. I use this a lot in RPGs. Like, I'll just kind of go in the middle and I'll use it. Increasing movement speed of all friendly players within 10 yards by 60%, or I'll use it for the fly carrier. But it also like breaks all like slowing effects, like roots, snares. Anyone who slows, they just speed up, or if they're rooted. So it's pretty good for when people are just getting slowed. It's nice to have, like, if like your fly carrier is trying to get a fast gap, you use that and it'll speed them up. I have my Hellstone there for when I have. Sorry, I'll have a Hellstone there for when I have a Warlock, an RG, which is like always. Untangling Roots, Cleanse. That's pretty much it. And Astral Communion, it just puts you in different phases. Which with the 4-piece bonus for the Tyrannical Gear, you can do it while moving. If you didn't have the gear, you wouldn't be able to, like, as soon as you moved, it would cancel it. Which I personally think that the 4-piece bonus is kind of stupid, in my opinion. But I would like to do something where it's actually kind of beneficial. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, you don't have to worry about sitting there in place, but it's not very important, in my opinion. And that's pretty much all I have for the Boomkin guide, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be trying to do more videos. I'd really like to know what kind of videos you guys would want me to do. I don't want to just keep putting arena videos after arena videos after arena videos, because I don't want to, like, repeat myself. And I can't. Boomkin in arenas is really hard and really frustrating. I'm actually working on a video, but it'll be a surprise, with twos with another YouTuber. We're doing some twos, and it's pretty hilarious, actually. But I won't reveal any of that yet. You'll just have to stay tuned. But excuse me. Also, I want to say, like, I haven't been uploading videos as much lately, just mainly because it's really frustrating when your upload speed is 1 megabyte per second. I know, like, people are like, oh, mine's worse than that, but just when it takes all night. Like, I'll start downloading and I'll start uploading it, and it'll get done in the middle of the night. But I don't really like leaving my computer on that like long, because my computer's been acting strange, which is another reason I haven't been uploading very new videos. And college sucks, and I've been having to study a lot, and you know, college comes first, unfortunately. But I'm gonna start trying to get more videos out there. This summer I'm gonna be trying to get back on the 1 video per day schedule. But if you guys would like to, just comment and tell me what you guys would like to see more of. That'd be really helpful. Thanks, guys. See ya.